بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Welcome my dear Riyadh al-Salihin secondary year 2 students. I'm your teacher Kamal Ahmed. Today we've got a new class. This is unit 1 and this is lesson 5 on page 12 of your students books. Are you ready with your books and pens? Very good. Okay. Well, reading, and before reading, has the internet ever helped you meet or reconnect with a friend? Explain. Talking about the internet and the benefits of the internet. The question again, has the internet been ever beneficial to you in reconnection with a friend? Okay, our class today is all about this. Amazing internet connections. We're going to have a listening on the internet benefits to some people, and we're going to stop after each recording to ask and answer a couple of questions. So, how ready are you? Okay, let's get started.
Pages 12 and 13. 8. Reading. Amazing internet connections. We all use the internet to connect with people. Using email, social networking sites, and chat rooms are ordinary ways that people connect. But at times, the internet has been used to connect ordinary people in extraordinary ways.
Saving a life. 12-year-old Sean Redden from Denton, Texas, was on the internet playing a cyber fantasy world game. Suddenly, someone came online asking for help. The person said she was a Finnish business student who was locked in her college's computer lab. She said she was having an asthma attack and couldn't breathe. Redden wasn't sure if this was part of the game, as sometimes a few people lie on the net. However, as he later told the Dallas Morning News, he decided it was too real to be a joke. So, Redden called the police. With the additional help of international phone operators, Finnish paramedics found 20-year-old Tara Laintinen and gave her the medical attention she needed. Without the internet and the efforts of a 12-year-old boy half a world away, she might not have survived.
Finding your double.
Okay. So, how old was Sean Redden from Denton, Texas? How old was he? Exactly, he was 12 years old. And what was he doing when he could rescue the life of a young woman? He was playing an online game. Right. And it happened that he found a rescue call. Yeah, somebody was asking for help. What happened to that young woman? Exactly, she was locked. She was locked in the chemistry lab. Yeah, the story happened when that Finnish girl looked in the chemistry lab, and she was intelligent. She could go online and ask for help. With the courage of this young boy, she was really rescued by the Finnish paramedics. All right. That's okay. Now let's carry on with another story, and it's about finding your double.
It was just an ordinary night on a crowded subway car for Patrick Swales, a 21-year-old web designer in New York City. The car had just stopped at a station, and the doors opened. Suddenly, he saw himself waiting at the platform, but the clothes were not really his style. What was he doing waiting there? He should be in the car, but he was in the car. By the time he realized that he had just run into his double, the doors had shut and they were moving. At that instant, their eyes met. Disbelief, amusement, wonder were all conveyed in that one look. They both raised a hand in an attempt to catch each other, but it was too late. Shaken by the encounter and determined to find his double, Patrick came up with a unique idea. He created a website called subwaymydouble.com. He posted his own photo and a description of the man he had seen in the subway in the hope that someone would see it and make contact. He got the call 2 days later. Now, Patrick and his double are best friends. His name is Manuel, and he is in New York studying web design. Patrick and Manuel have decided to take themselves out of the public eye, so they have stopped updating the site. Patrick posted this message on the website: "In our best interest, there will be no more updates to this website. Unlike popular TV series, you will have to continue the story yourselves. Best wishes to all, and may you find your double someday."
Now, who did the internet help in finding his double? You are right there. The internet helped Patrick to find his double. Your double is the man who looks almost the same as you. Yeah. And where did Patrick meet his double? He met him in the subway, but they couldn't meet at that time. Okay. He just saw him there, and it happened that they were distanced by the transportation. Patrick came up with a unique idea. What was it? Who can tell me? What was Patrick's unique idea to find his double? Exactly. He created a website called subwaymydouble.com with the description of the man he saw. Okay. And it happened that after 2 days, he got the call. In this way, Patrick could find his double Manuel, and they were best friends after that. So here again, this is another story of how the internet could help some people. Now, on a third story, let's carry on and find out about the heroines of the third recording.
Reunited 60 years later. Ozma, a 75-year-old grandmother of 8, enjoyed telling her grandchildren stories about her youth. These stories usually featured Sabah, Ozma's best childhood friend. Ozma and Sabah had been as close as sisters. Then, when the girls were 15, Sabah's family moved away and the girls lost contact. But Ozma never forgot her childhood friend. One day, Ozma was telling her 13-year-old grandchild, Khan, a story about Sabah when Khan asked, "Why don't you try to find her?" Khan got out his laptop and showed Ozma how to surf the web. A mere 30 minutes later, they found Sabah. Ozma's hands trembled as she dialed her old friend's phone number. When Sabah answered and Ozma identified herself, Sabah burst into tears. By coincidence, Sabah was now living nearby. 60 years later, the women are inseparable once again. My life has improved dramatically since Ozma found me, says Sabah. I never feel lonely anymore. Adds Ozma. It's as if we had never been apart. 60 years have made no difference to our friendship.
These are just a few of the incredible ways people have been brought together by the internet. Every day there are more. Who knows what amazing internet stories are unfolding at this very moment?
Okay, gentlemen, who are the heroines of the third story? Yes, Asma and Sabah. And how did the internet help Asma and Sabah reunite after 60 years old? Exactly. Asma's grandson could learn her how to use the internet, how to surf the web, and in this way, half an hour later, they could find who? They could find Sabah, Asma's childhood closest friend. Okay, so after 60 years in separation, Asma and Sabah could reunite again as best friends thanks to the internet. Okay. Amazing stories indeed, aren't they? Well, moving around to the reading exercise. In your own words, explain how Sean Redden saved Tara Lantanen. What do you think of the way Patrick Swales found his double? Would you ever do something like this? These are questions for discussion. These are the answer. These are the answers of the questions. Of course, you can have screenshots so that you can refer to the answers. Okay. Moving to the speaking activity. Drawing a comparison between the advantages and the disadvantages of the internet. And as we discussed that in the direct broadcast, the internet has advantages and disadvantages. What do you think? We can say that from the advantages of the internet is it helps students research and find information. It is good for learning and education. Lots and lots of people all around the world get distant education via the internet. Yeah, it has become the basis for all businesses almost. Yeah, the basis for all businesses. All businesses go online nowadays. Also, it provides electronic services such as caching, booking flights, booking rooms and at hotels, remote places, and so on. So the internet has lots of benefits. When it turns to see the advantages of the internet, we've got the electronic crimes. Yes, hackering. Yeah, electronic crimes like embezzlement and blackmailing. So yeah, there are shortcomings of the internet. For this reason, we should be quite wise and do not share our important bank accounts with other people whom we don't know. The internet is sometimes susceptible to deviant ideology, which is very harmful to our kids. Yes. the bad ideas can distract the thinking of our children. It is of course time consuming, because if you do not know what to find online, you're going to be losing time. And of course, with technical problems, you can find about the shortcoming while you are giving an online course, for example. It has shortcomings as well. And similarly, everything in this life has merits and demerits. With the end of this comparison, I'd like to thank you all, and wait for me in other classes. Thank you so much. I would like you to refer to the workbook and to the worksheets on the school website. I wish you the best of luck. See you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.